Hello there everyone and welcome back to Lovely Grind. My name is Michael Prevey and my website is www.lovelygrind.com. It's where you're going to find blog posts about professional growth, spiritual fulfillment, and a balanced approach to total health. Welcome back to the series of YouTube videos that I'm doing about surviving prescription drug withdrawal. For those of you who haven't watched my videos previously, I'll just quickly recap my story. I was prescribed Paxil and SSRI and Xanax, the powerful benzo medicine, back when I was 21 years old in college for social anxiety and panic attacks. And I took those, and as the story so often goes, I continued taking those for a number of years. And I took them until I was in my mid-30s. And by that time, it had become apparent that they were doing me more harm than good. So I really had a deep-seated desire in me to get rid of the medications and live a life without them. But I truly didn't know much about how difficult the process of getting off of them would be. So I got off the Paxil rather quickly, and at the same time began a Xanax taper that lasted a little over a year for me. And when I got off of each of those medications, I was hit by a severe withdrawal. At first flu-like symptoms, and then things progressed, and things would slowly get better, and then I get knocked down a little bit. And it was a series of ups and downs and strange physical, mental, and emotional symptoms. By far, perhaps with the exception of some of my wife's illnesses over the years, because she had some pituitary issues and needed some surgeries. With the exception of those, the withdrawal was bar none the most difficult and challenging experience of my life. So I'm making these videos to let everyone out there who's still going through that challenge know that healing does happen, that improvement is possible, and that you'll eventually find your own light at the end of the tunnel just as I did. The topic of today's video is going to be the importance of building momentum during the healing process. Now, I'm sure you've heard the law of physics, body in motion tends to stay in motion, a body at rest tends to stay at rest. And that's very, very true. But while we're going through the withdrawal process, it seems so hard to just get moving even a little bit at times. I know from experience how difficult it can feel when you're so fatigued and so drained to get yourself going during the day, to set the goals for yourself, to begin exercising. But again, these are all necessary parts of building the sort of little momentum that's eventually going to grow for us and carry us forward until eventually you're realizing gains that you didn't even think were possible. So how do we build momentum? How do we get moving little by little when it feels as if we can't even sit up in a chair because we are so tired, when it feels as if we can't imagine going through another day of beating our heads against the same wall? Well, one way is going to be obviously through spiritual inspiration, as I've said before. I think that reading a quick devotion, doing a little journaling in the morning just for a couple minutes, doing some prayers and self-reflection, getting yourself centered, releasing your burdens, doing those things before you even get moving in the day. Very important part of getting your system to where it needs to be, your body and your mind and your emotions, and setting your course of action for the next hour or several hours. The next thing is going to be setting little goals for ourselves. Again, these don't have to be huge world-changing goals at the time of withdrawal. They can be little things. Maybe you're going to read 2 chapters from an inspirational book, or maybe you're going to take notes on some spiritual reading. Maybe you're going to research some areas of better health, some nutritional things. Maybe you're going to set up a small exercise plan and try to accomplish 3 or 4 small workouts during the week. It could just be walking, could just be push-ups. For a while, I just did walks several times a week. Now I work out pretty heavily, but it took a while to build back up to significant workout levels. I understand that all these things don't just happen overnight, but we can take small steps each day. What else do you want to get done in your day? Use this time for a little bit of personal development with that inspirational reading, the spiritual reading, journaling, writing down goals for yourself, trying to get back to the basics of good health, trying to start an exercise regimen little by little, and making plans for your future. What do you want to do when you've regained your full health and your full strength? What do you want to do with your life when you come out on the other side of this? And you will come out on the other side of this even stronger than you were when you went into it all. Trust me, this process can be used for growth if we approach it properly. So at this point, if you're going through some of the worst, or if you feel like you've hit a wall after you've been off the meds for a while, just get back to the basics of building up a little bit of momentum in your day and in your week. Make a small weekly schedule of things you'd like to accomplish and feel good about those things. The accomplishments, they might not look huge to the rest of the world, but you know exactly how big they are. So keep at them, feel good about what you've gotten done, congratulate yourself, pat yourself on the back. Find those little ways to get moving and accomplish things. If you do that more days than not, you're going to build that momentum, and you're going to start building a path to even greater and greater progress, the sort of progress that eventually is going to blow your mind. Trust me. You're going to be able to one day look back at it and say, wow, I can't believe how far I've come. Again, my name is Michael Prevey. My website is lovelygrind.com. Please go there, subscribe to the mailing list to get all my blog posts. I now offer coaching sessions also via Skype and phone. So if that's something you'd like to get more information about, just message me and I'll send you some information, and perhaps we'll talk about that further. You can also leave me messages on this YouTube channel and comment on these videos, ask questions. Also go to my Facebook page at Lovely Grind. If you'd like to email me, my email address is on my website, and that's also on the bottom of some of these videos. So send me a message there as well. I would like to hear from you all. Until next time, my name is Michael Prevey. My website is lovelygrind.com. Please remember to take care of yourself and your dreams.